With me is Stéphane Dion, who in the past has worn several hats, being the foreign minister in the first Trudeau government, also holding other portfolios like environment and also leading the opposition in the past. So, welcome to WION. It's great to have you with us here in Montreal. Prime Minister Carney is in India. This is an important visit. How do you see this visit as being helping in that important reset in the relationship?
Oh, it's very, very key that India and Canada develop a very healthy and positive relationship. We need to diversify our support around the world. Canada cannot be always only with the U.S., and we have strong relationship with Europe. We used to have good relationship with India. In the last years, it has been more difficult. But now our Prime Minister and your Prime Minister, I think, are very willing to go ahead and to do a lot of things together and in the world.
Mm-hmm. So you were the foreign minister during the Trudeau government, the first Trudeau government. You have worked with Trudeau up close and personal. Do you think that in some ways Trudeau could not manage the India-Canada relationship?
Well, he wanted to. He wanted to very strongly. I've been his ambassador, his minister of foreign affairs during 1 year, the first year in 2016. At that time, it was very good. I should have stayed. It deteriorated after. We know why. It's because the government of India had the sense that the government of Canada was not supporting Indian unity enough. And Canada was saying, no, we believe that India must stay united. And also the government of Canada had a lot of fears that the government of India, at least some of its services, were involved in a very, very serious intervention in Canada that were against the law. No. And the government of India was not happy with this accusation. So Prime Minister Carney is well aware of these past difficulties, but he wants to be optimistic, positive, and to work with your government to make sure that the two countries, the two democracies, Canada and India, are fully united together and working ahead.
Mm-hmm. So since you served with Trudeau and as journalists, we'd like to know what has happened in the past. In a sense, the break in the relationship that came, the shrillness in the relationship that came during the tenure of Trudeau. Do you think that Parliament's speech perhaps could have been avoided and things would have managed perhaps in the American way? Because similar things happened, but the Americans were able to make sure things happened. But during the Trudeau era, it went really the big headlines.
When you have difficulties between two countries, it's usually the case that you have mistakes done in both sides. I think maybe indeed you're right. Canada should not have intervened in Parliament and said we have some evidence that are very worrying about what some services of the government of India is doing. We should have said there is an investigation and we'll stay mute about the investigation. Maybe so. But the government of India should have said whatever the government of Canada has said. I want to cooperate to make sure that if something wrong happened, we will go to the bottom of this issue. Mm-hmm. I think both of them should have been more willing to work together to solve this very, very serious problem when you have the life of someone that has been interrupted this way. Mm-hmm. But now, our Prime Minister is saying, whatever the past, now we go ahead in confidence that no other country will interfere in the other country. No of the two countries will be ambiguous about the unity of the other country. We want to work together and to succeed.
Mm-hmm. Now, of course, we have seen the Indian NSA traveling to Canada. There is a plan of setting up liaison officers between the two sides. But essentially, talking about the present, what do you sense like what both India and Canada and the Prime Minister Carney can do to make sure that they can rebuild the relationship on a much firmer footing?
This visit will be key. I'm sure at the end of the visit we'll have agreements. We will sign commitments. These commitments should not stay on paper. They should be true. So my advice to the two leaders, Moody and Carney, is to appointment or woman that would be responsible to the implementation of these agreements, and to say a year after we want to see the result, and you're accountable to it. Someone with a face, a name, someone responsible to make sure that all the ministries in Ottawa and in Delhi will make this argument coming true for the people. The people of India and Canada will benefit from it. Otherwise, it will be an agreement that we sign and we have a beautiful ceremony, and after it stays a bit in nowhere. Mm-hmm. If you want the implementation of these agreements, appoint people responsible for it.
Mm-hmm. So my last set of questions. For India, the big worry has been the Khalistani extremists getting space in Canadian society. You have been part and parcel of the Canadian politics. How do you see this grievance of India? Because this looks, from India, it looks very threatening. I know there is the freedom of expression debate as well here in Canada. You have your own particular societal senses. But in India, it looks like the red line is being crossed.
Okay, can you be what red line and what concerns
in terms of the Khalistani issue, the Khalistani extremists, how big it is a worry for Canadian government, because it's a big worry for India.
India should have no doubt that the government of Canada is fully supporting the unity of India, as we know that the government of India is fully supporting the unity of Canada. There is no ambiguity. We support a united India as an ally and a friend.
Mm-hmm. A united India as an ally and a friend. My last question, do you think that diversification under Prime Minister Carney is coming because of Donald Trump? Because it looks like the Canada-US relationship is also going through a very rocky phase, primarily because of the way Donald Trump treats the Canadian sovereignty.
I have no doubt that the Prime Minister of Canada would have come in India even if we had a different president at the United States, at the White House of the United States. But the fact that we have President Trump indeed is a motivation for India and Canada to strengthen their relationships, because Canada will always need to have a positive relationship with the U.S., but we don't want to be too dependent of the U.S., and for that we need to strengthen our relationship with Europe, with South America, with Africa, with Indo-Pacific, and the greatest, the biggest democracy of the world, India.
Mm-hmm. On that note, thank you so much, sir, for speaking to WION here in Montreal, giving a sense about the past, the present, and the future. Thank you so much, sir.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you, sir.